Academics at UCSB are top-notch.
These are important factors.
I have a really good relationship with all the teachers I've had.
So how do you translate 袁小爱?
They're very helpful and very friendly.
The square root was the original function.
The instructors are really great.
We put a lot of value on engaging students in the research process.
Our research was a great experience.
UCSB is just a great atmosphere.
It's so easy to get involved.
You're listening to KCSB.
There's a lot available here.
Camaraderie on campus is amazing.
I made a lot of friends here.
Campus is breathtaking. It's really beautiful. We're so close to the ocean.
It's a great campus. If you do well here, you can really go anywhere.
It's been great.
I love it.
I saw the beach, I saw beautiful waves, and it was just the place.
UCSB's campus is the most beautiful campus in the whole world.
I live on the ocean, and study breaks entail dolphins and whales. We have beautiful mountains you can go hiking in.
When I am stressed, looking at the beach really helps. Santa Barbara is really beautiful. The weather never really changes. It's not too hot, but not too cold. It's just right.
It's great being in Santa Barbara. I love it more every year.
The way that you can tell that this isn't an ornithischian is because it has this extension of
What characterizes UC Santa Barbara is a wonderful opportunity to study in a wide variety of disciplines.
I'm a biopsychology major.
And we'll split the optic chiasm.
We focus on learning about brains and the function of the brain in terms of psychology. I think it's really fascinating.
My major is mechanical engineering. It's been fun. The best part is the senior design project, which takes 3/4 long, and you go through the whole process of designing from stage 1 all the way up to manufacturing it, and hopefully coming out with a product that works.
I'm majoring in cultural anthropology with an emphasis in archaeology and art history. I was just fascinated by the past and history and how we can learn about people through looking at artifacts and material remains. When I'm illustrating, I'm recreating what these sherds would have looked like in their full forms. So we get an idea of what the whole shape of it would have been like versus just looking at this. I intern at the Santa Barbara Museum of Art as a curatorial intern. I work with the curators and the curatorial assistants in organizing files and helping them prepare exhibitions and putting up object labels in the galleries. It's really cool.
My major is environmental science. Environmental science is the study of the natural world and all the different disciplines that interact with it. I spent a lot of time outdoors in the ocean surfing and in the mountains hiking, and I found a real love for the environment, and it made me want to care for it and protect it, and environmental studies was the place for me to go to do that.
Anticipating what is coming up.
All the teachers at UCSB are really welcoming.
Our faculty are among the best in the world. They're known in their fields nationally and internationally.
So how did we find a tangent line?
One of the novelties of Tyrannosaurus is that they just have 2 fingers.
We have Nobel Prize winners.
When we look at these changing and evolving patterns.
We have faculty who have won major book prizes.
The instructors are really great and spend a lot of time with you.
The tempo can change within it. We're working on levels, shape, movement quality, and contact.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of personal attention, which I don't feel like I would get at a lot of other schools.
I've been involved with the honors program here at UCSB, and it's really allowed me to connect with professors. One of the professors that has had a profound effect on my life.
So it looks like you've been doing pretty well in class based on the discussion points.
Being able to go to his office hours and sit down and talk about my experiences has really gotten me to where I am today.
All right, good luck on the final.
One of my professors is actually our chancellor, Chancellor Yang.
We're formulating this matrix with 8x8.
And he's a great professor. I mean, he's so busy with everything that he's doing that he takes the time out of the day to actually teach and get involved with the students. We do have to work hard.
can't just walk into A's and B's, you gotta earn them.
I'm majoring in biology and physics. I just started in the Morris lab where we're doing research on squid iridophores.
Our professors are actively engaged in the research process. The students are not just passive receptacles for knowledge. They become partners in the research enterprise.
That's probably an important one.
The grad student I work with and I went to Utah, Nevada, and Colorado to go collect flower samples, and our research is based on genetics. We're trying to discover what parts of the flower genome encode for color.
This summer I was invited to be a field lab director in Yucatan in Mexico, in an archaeological site right outside of Chichen Itza.
主青沙白鸟.
Started off as a Chinese major.
Very good, good.
I was really interested in the culture, really interested in the language, and felt that language and communication are so important now. And because of it, I got to go abroad twice, to China and Taiwan.
The University of California has an Education Abroad program.
The UC Education Abroad program is centered in UC Santa Barbara, and we send more students abroad than any other UC.
I studied abroad in Egypt and Israel.
I studied in Sydney, Australia.
Brighton, England.
Milan, Italy.
Salvador, Brazil.
I studied in Cape Town, South Africa.
Bordeaux, France. Milan, Italy.
I studied in Bangkok, Thailand, and had the time of my life. Living in Thailand really gave me a supplemental experience. I really got to get out into the world and see what's it like in a still developing country.
Welcome to Humboldt Park, Chicago.
One of the great things about Santa Barbara is you're coming into a community of really passionate people.
I'm an athlete. I'm on the UCSB swim team. Managing my schedule is tough. I have practice and I have class, and a lot of times those can conflict.
It's amazing how much our students actually manage to do in addition to their studies.
I swim several events. My favorite is definitely the 50 freestyle. It's all-out power and speed, and you get to say you're the best in the pool.
85% of our students at UCSB are involved in something outside of the classroom, but sponsored by the university in some other regard.
So do you think this will have more or less than the last class?
I founded Environmental Education for the Next Generation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We link teams of 5 college student volunteers in with first and second grade classrooms using projects and experiments and activities that all relate kids back to the natural world.
There's a lot available here.
I take fencing classes, which are really fun. You grab a 3-foot piece of steel and you try and poke your friends.
Everything in the center should be closed. Everything on the outside is open.
I'm taking a synchronized swimming class. It's a lot of fun. We're creating our own routine.
I'm a member of the Taiwanese Student Association. This weekend we're having a barbecue and basketball tournament.
I actually loved the dining commons. The food there was absolutely amazing. I know they do a lot of stuff with local farmers, and they're also very, very eco-conscious.
In the dorms, it was a great way to meet a whole bunch of people.
I want to learn and to grow and to prosper. I want to do better than my...
That part works, that crescendo part.
The wonderful characteristic of a liberal arts education is that it gives students these skills of critical thinking. It inspires creativity, and we're really preparing students for whatever they will do after graduation.
I'm hoping to go on to graduate school, specifically into educational statistics.
I would like to work in a museum and eventually be a curator and get my PhD in archaeology and art history.
I ended up landing a job at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and so I already have a job lined up a year in advance.
I'm going to go to graduate school and continue with research.
I
I want to be a marine biologist.
I want to be a lawyer, accountant,
In sports marketing.
be a physicist,
Join the Peace Corps.
go to law school.
I want to be a litigation attorney.
Teacher.
Biologist.
I want to create bionic limbs.
Be a criminal investigator.
Speech pathologist.
A mechanical engineer, a video game designer,
Film producer.
biotechnologist,
An event planner.
Teach Chinese to high school students.
be a Navy SEAL and go to med school. I'm going to grad school for physics.
We're preparing students to really create the jobs that will be changing our culture in the future.
UCSB is quite amazing institution.
UCSB's got it all, from the beaches to the surf to the mountains behind it to the culture on campus to the amazing professors. It's somewhere that I would highly recommend you come.
Our students are just the best in the world.
There's not a lot of variation in the caliber because they're all great.
It's been a really good opportunity to come here from Chicago because I've been able to meet people from all over the world.
I've actually been able to do everything I wanted to do, from studying abroad to doing an internship to doing research.
4th year and just sad I can't keep taking classes.
It's great being in Santa Barbara.
I love it.
I really felt at home, and I really love this place.